The Charlottesville Fashion Square Mall will soon be covered with 35,000 gallons of water. I'm Jenna Dagenhart, and coming up tomorrow on your news at sunrise, we'll tell you about the Cirque Italia shows here this weekend. They haven't been able to do a U-turn, a left turn, or even go through the intersection in almost 2 months since construction began. But that could all change very soon. I spoke with VDOT's Lou Hatter this morning, who says that this intersection, both through lanes, under the new bridge, and local lanes, could open up as soon as after evening rush hour traffic tonight. Started as a rescue report. Family came to visit Robinson when they noticed the door he typically goes in was kicked in, found him in the back bedroom, thought maybe he suffered a heart attack at first, then signs pointed to something CPR could not solve. This road will not open anytime soon. It's expected to stay shut down in both lanes through the night. The good news is Dominion crews just wrapped up fixing the power lines here behind me, but you still see crews working. That's because it's all of the communication crews. So police had to use a chemical irritant to finally get the suspect to come out of the house and surrender himself. She says there's certainly enough pain and loss to go around, but she says she wants people to know that she does not think her son went over to Yardley Love's apartment with the intent to kill her. Hi, Casey. Today kicked off 2 weeks of rapid intervention training. Different teams of career and volunteer firefighters practice rescuing a fallen brother or sister without going down themselves. The smoke that's filling this room is water-based, so it is safe to inhale, but the firefighters wear their masks to practice oxygen consumption. Within about 15 or 30 seconds, you can see nothing, not even anything about a foot away from you. Here, 1,300 feet above the ground, we're flying high in a boar's head balloon to celebrate Carol Gooch's 91st birthday. She says it just keeps getting better.
And I'm a high flyer.
Some of the worst roads we've seen so far look like they have a thick layer of snow that's been packed down onto the ground here. Breast cancer can target anyone.
It's just one more group affected by this awful illness,
including clay shooters.
One of the groups that is really growing the sport is female shooters.
It's one of many communities that wants to put a dent in the deadly disease.
We all are aware of how pervasive breast cancer is. 1 in every 8 women will get breast cancer.
That's why Central Virginia's Sporting Clays will host a tournament to raise money for Reach Out for Life.
We want to make sure that women have equity in health care.
The nonprofit serves 300 women in need each year. Its aim is early detection.
Mammograms, we know, are the first line of defense. It's the best way to catch a cancer early, and catching a cancer early makes all the difference in the world.
To thank people supporting their cause, the nonprofit has some surprises for the tournament. Pull. And if you've never seen a pink pigeon before, well, we've got some, and they will help bring breast cancer awareness into the game even more.
We'll be throwing targets for people to shoot at and see if they can break some targets that are flying through the air.
Some pink targets.
Some pink targets, absolutely.
Now the owner of this shooting field only has one thing left to do.
I may have to find something pink for myself to wear.
Do they make pink vests?
They do, they do. I may have to make some calls, see if I can find one for me to wear.
Family members went to see their cousin last night expecting a routine visit. Instead, they found a crime scene with Kevin Robinson's bullet-riddled body inside. Kevin Robinson lived by himself inside this house on Oakland Road near Thurston.
I believe that was a targeted person.
As his loved ones discovered Thursday, it's also where he died.
Where the position of the body was and things around it and everything, they could only see the lower half of the victim and knew immediately that something was wrong. It wasn't until you really got in there and did some further inspection that you would really start finding out some more detail and everything.
It started as a rescue report. Family came to visit Robinson when they noticed the door he typically goes in was kicked in, found him in the back bedroom, thought maybe he suffered a heart attack at first, then signs pointed to something CPR could not solve.
It appeared to be a gunfight in that residence, and robbery was not a motive.
Deputies say evidence suggests Robinson fought back but was shot multiple times, potentially by multiple people. A gang attack is not being ruled out.
Right now, you know, we can't even say it was one person or two people or three people that did that.
When the shootout happened is also a mystery because no neighbors reported hearing any gunshots, but deputies believe it was within the past few days.
Every little bit of information helps, and it helps us, you know, put all the pieces of the puzzle together.
If you have any information on who might have killed Kevin Robinson, the Louisa County Sheriff's Office wants you to call. Detectives say until this case is cracked, they will be working around the clock just as they did last night.